You're at the airport lounge or at a train station and you see a piano that says, "Play me." And the first thing you want to do is you want to walk to that piano and then play on it. And then you realize that you don't have the confidence to do that. But on the other hand, you would really want to play because it's a piano. You can play some songs and you would want to give it a go. Maybe people enjoy it. Maybe there's some friends with you that entice you to go like, "Hey, come on, dude, play a little song." So what I would ideally want to do is practice on that piano for a couple of minutes without anybody hearing me or watching me or whatever. Get used to the piano and at the same time, relax a bit, just chill out. So I devised this little technique, and what it basically does is it allows me to play a certain song, but I'm not going to actually play that song yet. I'm going to play something in front, and it looks like this. Okay, and now all of a sudden we're playing All of Me by John Legend. Instead of just sitting behind the piano and starting to play that song immediately, chances are that I would make a lot of mistakes because I'm nervous, and as soon as I hit that piano, people are starting to look at me. So I want to play something in front, which we could call an intro, and it's not the original intro of the song, it's actually an improvised bit. And now you think, oh my god, I have to improvise when people are looking at me? Yes and no. It is a bit of improvisation, but it's actually really easy. And you can also, if you want to, always play the same improvisation if you want, okay? But what it does is it allows you to immediately play the song you want to play without having to stop playing. So you don't have to play a very easy, boring song and then a little bit harder, and then you play the song that you want to play. No, you can immediately go through. So from the intro, you end up on the song. So now, how do we do this? Super easy. If you want to play a song in a public place, on a public piano, I take it you know this song. Okay, so let's say that you know how to play All of Me by John Legend, which consists of 4 chords: F minor, D flat, A flat, and E flat. Okay, and we also need to know, basically, that it's written in the key of A flat major. If you don't know how to figure that out, I've done quite a lot of lessons on scales. The key and the scale is basically the same kind of thing. But if you need some help with figuring this out, I've got my ultimate piano course in the description box down below. It's a premium course, but with the link below, you get 60 days of free access and you can consult anytime. So it's 8 hours of professional video content that will take you all the way from a beginner to at least intermediate, sometimes even an advanced player. So make sure to check that out via the link in the description box down below. At this moment, there's 2,500 people in it already, so you should check it out. So here's the actual technique. You're going to take these 4 chords and you're going to turn them into 5 chords. So all you have to do for that is you simply copy the letter a little bit lower, and if there's any minor chord, you have to remove the N. Okay, so remove the N. And now we have octaves, right? So I could already play this. And if I add my right hand, which I'm going to teach you in a bit, don't worry, but just so you can hear what's going on. Okay, this is the sound we get when we're just playing these octaves. And all I'm doing basically is I'm playing the lower note and then the higher note. So if we zoom in on my left hand a little bit whilst doing that. these octaves. I'm looking through the camera right now, which is very awkward. If you want to make it a little bit more interesting, we're going to add a note in between to make it a 5 chord. So if you know the 5 chords, it's quite easy. You have that octave, and then you play the note that's in the middle. Okay, and that makes it a 5 chord. Now, what's very important to understand is you cannot just simply go ahead and play notes that are in the middle, because sometimes it doesn't work. Like for instance, here, that doesn't work, okay? So you need to know a little bit about chords, but generally speaking, especially in this song, if we play the D flats, the note at my pointer finger is going to be the note we look for. If we play the E flats, it's the B flats, so that all works out really nice. And then for the A flats, it's the E flat, okay? So this is optional, so if you don't want to make these 5 chords, that's fine. For now, I want to have a look at the right hand. We have this scale, and as I told you before, because it's an A flat major scale, we have to start on A flat, and we can put these numbers underneath. Okay, now all you're going to do in your right hand is you're going to play number 1, 2, and 5, and if you want, you can also play number 3. But if you want to start out with this, just play number 1, 2, and 5. So do you have to change your hand for every chord? No, you don't. You can just keep it the same. So right here, A flat is going to be number 1, B flat is number 2, and E flat is number 3, okay? And all I have to do is play these notes. So now let's have a look at my right hand, what I'm actually doing when playing this. You see, I'm just doing variations. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just playing these 3 notes the whole time, going back, play them together, play these together, play these together. It doesn't matter. And then if I feel a little bit funky, I can go up here or even there, okay? So I can decide to not just play it here, but I can play it here, here, or there, as long as the only notes I'm playing is A flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, B flat, E flat, okay? So to sum up, how do I do this? I figure out which scale the song is in, figure out note number 1, note number 2, and note number 5. The rest goes in the trash. Then I notice which chords I have to play, so in this case F minor, D flat, A flat, and E flat, because that's the song I'm eventually going to be playing. First thing I do, I remove the M, don't need that anymore, and I'll turn it into 5 chords. Okay, if I know my skill, I can do this very quickly, but otherwise I simply copy the notes, and then you have your octaves, and it works with the octaves just as well. Okay, so if you want to just stick that, just stick to your octaves. If you want to put in the 5s, you probably know how to do that. It's really quite easy. And you simply put your 5s in there and you can play them, okay? But it's basically the standard position on the piano. You're going to chill out a little bit, play that a little bit, until you feel relaxed, comfortable. You think you got this, and then you're going to slowly, from your and then you can whatever you can get into your song. So that's what I do when I want to play in public. I want to play a song. I simply do this first, get used to the piano, chill myself down a little bit so that I'm relaxed, my fingers are warmed up, that I'm used to the piano, used to the audience. Sometimes people come out and they start filming you, posting it on Instagram, and this can be very intimidating and scary the first time it happens, especially when people start to record you. At least in my case, maybe it's different for you, but especially when somebody starts to record me, I'm afraid that I will make a mistake and I get super nervous. So if I do this I will literally do this for 3 or 5 minutes if I want to. Just relax, chill out a little bit, get used to the piano, get used to the atmosphere, get used to people around you filming you with their phones. And then when I feel confident, when I feel calm, I will play the actual song. Yeah, that's it. Like, what I would suggest is if you've never played in public before, don't pick like the most crowded place. But if you ever see a piano sitting at a station and maybe it's 10 o'clock at night, there's not that many people, just sit behind the piano and give it a go. It's actually really nice. A lot of people really appreciate it. So I want to thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And for real, guys, you have to check out that ultimate piano course in the description box down below. 2,500 people are enrolled in that course already, and they really love it. So thank you for all your support. I will see you next Sunday with another lesson.